very business. He's very serious about winning this tournament, which, you know,
Hey,
he did. So, I have a little grin on my face.
it does feel kind of good losing to the guy who won it all, though, right? Or does it feel worse?
I mean, it feels like in tradition. This happened the year I played MKLeo too. I always either have a really good Riptide run or I play the guy who like wins the tournament. And still have a decent Riptide run. Riptide's just usually a good tournament for me. Okay, so I just got like absolutely smoked here.
I was worried when I watched that.
Yeah, in the first like 5 seconds, and then I like realized that he lets me do this. Like, this is like the noob catcher air dodge, and I'm like, okay, cool. Glad to know I can still hit him with that. Oh, I missed my dash on the up smash, and I'm gonna take 9 million. Oh, my SDI is crazy though. Yeah. I'm mashing forward air because it hurtbox me back, so as I'm SDIing away from him, I have like, if I'm able to get a frame of free activity, I can usually escape the combo. I was scared of this TNT setup. I had no idea what I wanted to do with it. I tried to space that there. I had a feeling he'd parry it. I definitely gave him that way too many times. There's like this certain time where I set up like the landing. And then like that's the case, that up air was the huge mistake. I should have just flip jumped again to center. I was like, ooh, but I think I can catch him for whiffing that back air. Immediately explode again. Oh, I went past him with the jab. That's a little upsetting. I'm glad at least it didn't nothing bad happen off of it. I actually thought that, I was hoping that he missed the tech, so I was getting ready to like rebound off the back air. But I should never bet on a player like Miya missing the tech. Yeah, see, because he has a single block, I'm able to like threaten sneaky stuff like that. I tried to land on the block with the thing. I know that he's fishing for parry even at this percent, so side B is going to be a very viable kill option in the corner. So that's like what I'm going to be planning on killing him with. I just have to like create a situation where I have him in the corner fishing for a parry again. But I do not get that. That was a very well-timed tether. And I try to reversal him again, and I immediately explode. I was like, oh, I hit the tech. I can go for him on the back air, and just absolutely not.
Steve said no.
Yeah. But I didn't feel bad about like neutral at all. Like neutral felt great, and like when I was hitting him, I felt very effective too. It's just on 3 separate occasions after getting hit, I stuck my hand back in the cookie jar and immediately got decapitated. One of the things I always think about here is like I like have to intentionally slow myself down. I want to play fast. I like to scrap. It is not favored for me to do that here. I'm the one camping him, and that needs to be like established. Is this the part where I like 0 to death him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that clip did really well.
I think a unique phenomenon has emerged in Ultimate where I think this is like a post where I like posted a clip of me playing like 30 seconds of neutral with fast. Like without either of us hitting each other in like PT Fox. And that was like one of my like better clips, despite like, you know, like I do a whole bunch of like super flashy combos. That clip did really, really well. And I think just Ultimate players are so sick of seeing like advantage sequences that are just like borderline unavoidable that people are actually significantly more impressed by like repeated neutral wins. And especially like, which I think you should be. I would like, I'm very impressed with myself on this, like in this regard too. He didn't get to play the game. Oh my gosh.
You see me trying to get the clip for hours here. I'll have to use Twitch doesn't work.
I should never be holding. I knew like whenever I get parried there, he kept parrying my Zers. It's part of the, like one of the sloppier things to do neutral. But I should be ready to hold out preemptively so that when he does like the back air at a shield, that I'm not gonna get back air and then do the strong back air. Oh, I tried to roll through it. I think I could have done it if I had slightly better timing. Zero C's roll's just terrible. Yeah, so like more like bad Zers. I don't think that one was so bad. I was trying to like sneak and catch a landing. It was less of a neutral thing. That was definitely could have been a Zero back air, but I screwed up the input. So that was me like trying to catch him on the dropping shield because he had been fishing for parry so much. Similarly, I tried to read him dropping shield with the parry by doing an empty land. Both times he called me right, although I didn't die for it. I hate that thing where you run into the block and you're like frozen in place for a second. Like, yeah. See, I'm angling my shield up because a lot of times Steve's like the swing with the back air, auto cancel, and then try to catch you off guard thinking that they're in lag. I'm doing all sorts of tricky stuff with the movement. Like this single block structure gives me so much freedom in comparison to other block structures to like try and mix them up. So I'm like short hopping over it, which most characters, I mean, I think most characters can short hop over it, but like I'm short hop overing it, and that was a mistake. I tried to wave bounce that so that I would land on like near where the crafting table is instead of right on top of them. That was not intentional either. Oh, I don't know if he reacted to that roll. If he did, he's a freak. That's crazy. Because I wasn't even trying to do that roll. There's no way he was reading it. Like, I'm looking for F tilt here. I know F tilt will kill side stage. And yeah, just caught him jumping over. There's very little risk to that. Just kind of a Steve doesn't jump very high, and typically side B is like most punishable if they jump high. It's bad if he does like jump minecart because then he can go over it and still hit me. But there was no incentive for him to do that there. Yeah, and so I have a lead, so I have no reason to play the block mix-ups. Although I'm probably gonna make him think about it because I've been playing them before. So that's a good Zaire, even though he parried it. I was fine. Yeah, he's been immediately dropping the anvil, so this time I stalled it. Because he shouldn't be hitting my tether recoveries. It's like a really hard read for him to be able to do it, and he's done it like twice at this point, so. Yeah, and that's like me playing that really safe 0-2 disadvantage where I just reposition. Even if he tries to read me, it's just not a whole lot he can do about it. He does double block here, which is like slightly more annoying, but it's just not as effective as, I thought the block would disappear and I'd be able to grab him through it. You can't grab Steve through the block, but you can grab him like as it's like disappearing. And then I screwed up. I like tried to do a neutral air dodge. I ended up doing a directional one, but I get lucky because he missed times when he needs to do that anvil. And yeah, just like the camping is just too strong here. This is like where 0-2's at her best. Very good read by him. He caught my F tilt on a timing. I have a horrible idea. I don't know why I did that. Like how to lose a lead in like 5 seconds versus Steve. Try to just short hop over the block for no reason at 0% and get up tilted. Yeah, and then he tried to minecart. He tried to do a minecart at a delayed enough timing that he would actually catch me as I'm missing the back air. But I reacted and I was like, oh, I have time to not fast fall and then just delay the back air and still catch him anyway. If I was like autopiloting that back air, which a lot of people would in that situation, especially if they're like high blood pressure, then I would have probably gotten hit for it. But stay calm. Just react to what's free. I was really shocked he let me have down, and I was even more shocked that it worked. I think this is another one where like I definitely kind of beat myself. No, he went Smashville. I was about to say like there's like no way he's about to like go town on me because that's a great stage. In my opinion, town's like the best stage of the matchup.
You went town next.
Yeah. Because Steve doesn't mind stone there. He minds wood, which is easier to break through. And it's also using his axe, which gets rid of his up tilt, which I think I'd actually rather deal with Steve's like pickaxe moves than deal with his axe. Because Zero Suit is mainly playing vertically, and the axe always hits above him. And similarly, Town is also a very large stage that Zero Suit's very good at camping on. And yeah, I was holding in. He caught me. He did so much damage. I think I went from like 79 to like 120. What did he do to me? Yeah. And so like just this whole sequence, this is a much harder stage to deal with, even though it still has like the wood advantage. The stage is so much smaller. And then I try to catch him with the single block setup again. And what should have happened to me last game happened to me this game, and I'm at 60. Yeah, very bad grab. I'm getting just kind of mixed up, kind of desperately swinging at him. This is one of the games where I was like, I just needed to remember to slow down. Like, it's okay to get timed out. I think it's one of the things that separates the best players from everybody else. Like, the best players will get timed out. And also, the best players will be willing to time you out. If I, like, sat there and told Miya's, like, I don't care if I'm losing, I'm going to, like, play to get timed out. He's like, okay, I'll time you out, but, like, I should still make him do that, right? it's like kind of a failure of like, in my opinion, if you're the camping character, to lose in any other fashion besides timeout. You have no incentive to interact with him. But I think that's always been an area where I've kind of struggled as a player, is being willing to be timed out. It still never happened to me. Not since Smash 4, I've never been timed out. I have to do down angle F tilt in order to hit the crafting table. For whatever reason, neutral angle F tilt misses it. And so I actually had a couple whiffs into that crafting table. That's one of the other annoying things. It's not only hard for Xerxes to break blocks, it's hard for her to break the table. Like, she doesn't have good moves for it. So rather than try to break the table, in my opinion, the table's kind of a, is the term like a red herring or something like that? It's like it's like bait. If I swing at it, I'm just gonna get punished. But so instead of it, I'm guarding it, being like, hey, if you want to craft something, I'm gonna make you rebuild it. He's covering himself with roll and a lot less shield because he's like expecting me to grab him a lot more, which is a very good read. That's one of the things that shows that he's paying attention. I got a lot of grabs on him in the previous game. And he knows that if he catches me missing that grab even once, he wins the game. Yeah. I'm like consciously remembering now that like, hey, I don't need to interact, which is definitely way too little too late. And he got me. I wasn't expecting him to minecart down there, but that was a good call. I think it was just him reacting to the fact that I might try to edge guard him. But if he had just done the normal Steve up B there, most Steves I don't think you even would have suspected the fact that I could hit him. And I was getting ready to like tether dangle there for a bit and snipe him with the back air. But by minecarting, he stalls a little bit, so he waits me out, and he forces me to hit a tech to stack more damage on top of me. I probably just should have engaged with it, but I think even a lot of the best Steves wouldn't have expected me to try to swing it in there. So that's just a really good awareness by him. Yeah. And I realized he let me have town, and I was like, I'm feeling great about this. I love town. That's good. I would have been really disappointed in myself if I realized I lost on town. I was like, what? That's a very funny trade. Just I zare him to hit him out of the minecart keeps going. Like, it's a really normal interaction in this matchup, actually, but the fact that I technically get away with it because I'm able to mash out. That's very lucky that he didn't full hop that minecart, because if he had full hopped it, he hits me in the head, whereas if he short hops it, I know that forward air is really bad. That lets me reversal him extremely hard. Although I let him get stage, he reacts to his air. I'm doing like these really automatic landings airs, which are really lazy. I didn't know how good his mash would be. I was like, there might have been a chance I could have upbeat him for that, but I was like, I'm not going to bet against this guy's mash. Like, there's some top players that have infamously bad mashes, and I always try to keep that in mind. Because hitting that boost kick and missing that boost kick is a very big difference. Yeah, and so this like game, very consciously reminding myself, that was very tricky by me. I should down air on the blocks. I bet in that video that where I'm watching it, like, I know Mars, the last time I played Steve and he watched me on his stream, he flamed me for not down airing the blocks, which probably is something he's flaming me for again this time, which I definitely like had an opportunity to do. That was unfortunate. I thought I could sneak around it.
What does down airing the blocks do?
So it breaks the blocks, which if you break the block underneath you, it cancels all of your leg. Steve players do it all the time. It's like part of what they're able to do with a lot of their setups, but other characters can do it as well if you're able to get that position. So it's just like slams down, breaks the block, and all the lag on the down air that would be there is completely gone. And down air puts out a really big hitbox. The downside of it is that it's laggy. So by breaking the blocks, you get the really large hitbox that defends you, and you get rid of the problem. But you just have to get the position to do that. Yeah, so he tried to do a setup there where he like sets the block going with power rail. I was amazed that it didn't spike. I was actually a little mad. I was like, are you kidding me? I got the tip of the hitbox and everything. And that was kind of bad by him. That's like a very, very lazy option at disadvantage. Just swing at that. I tried to up smash, but I don't know how I got down tilt. See, like I rolled there on the block, knowing that the block was going to break under me, and I get out of my leg and of the roll. And again, he gets the back air on me, which I should know better. I should just be holding out. That's a very funny and unfortunate situation. I try to up air him again. That's me sticking my hand in the cookie jar that I shouldn't be doing. He kind of screws up his anvil there. I have to get careful here. He's gonna break my shield. Yeah. So I had to like. Oh, he hit the footstool, but he delayed. He wasn't. I don't think he was entirely ready for it. That would have been a true punish, just dropping the anvil on me after the footstool. I think I took a little bit of a risk by landing on the other side of that block, but I had enough mix-ups that I got away with it. Yeah, not my best trade. I was right about the roll. I knew he wanted to. Japanese players love rolling. But he mixed up the time pretty well. Bad Zare again. Landing on the block was very smart by him. I had a lot of things covered. Zare and Bear. I think I get him here, right? Yeah, he tried to reverse me on the leg.
This is game and watch.
Yeah. I think there's a point where I actually banned the stages I should probably think in hindsight I should have banned, and I think I actually changed my mind, and I'm like, actually, FD is fine. And he takes me to FD. Yep, there's me banning. I think I left Hollow open. I think Hollow's fine because Hollow's wider, but I think Small Battlefield's the other one I banned, which I do agree with. I think I should ban Smashville Small and I know where they're talking about like a B is something that's like a risk there. That's a guaranteed punish. They're like, oh, he's not going for up Bs, and I'm like, well, yeah, because they're not guaranteed. Like if you dash stack my shield like that, it's like, do I want to win the game? Yes or no? It's not a risk. I'm actually really curious where I lose here. Okay, that's me being stupid. I was like, yeah, maybe he'll like fall asleep at the wheel. Game watches like the shield. I was ready for the trump. I remember like I think I just like didn't commit to picking my option. I had a feeling he was gonna do it. I was seeing him go that close. He's not letting me reset here, which is like, so I'm like really out of balance kind of from the jump. And I was like, okay, so I need to reset. I was really surprised he didn't cover himself with shield. I was like, why is he expecting grabs so low? That seems like a very bad bet for him to be making. And I wonder if this is a problem for him against like Zero Suit in general. Because I think you should be expecting the grab. And I think maybe he's like letting himself take actually worse punishes from other Zero Suits that are paying more attention to what he's doing. I didn't catch on to it quickly enough, clearly. But a lot of this has just come from the fact that I missed 2 grabs in the start of this game. And so like I'm starting to catch on, but hey, again, he's like always, he's not shielding, which is like to me is a really strange part of Game & Watch. I was not trying to do that, but we'll take it. Yeah, and I think if I had time to stabilize, I could have figured out what was going on, but I was never able to. He's like on me, like, yeah, it's really, really hard to land. I was really hoping the space would help with flip jump, but yeah, he spaces well. And he's like so aggressive, like off of ledge. Yeah, it's like he's never letting me like get a controlled neutral interaction. Like I'm already getting hit by the time I'm thinking about how he's going to approach. That was frustrating watching him fall out of that. I don't think it would have killed, but it would have been like nice to get a position off of it. Yeah, see, he times that well. I do a lazy up B. I didn't think he would like go for it. I was like, eh. I caught his roll. I remember he was very unhappy about that. He's like, oh. Yeah. I don't think I got like a single like controlled neutral interaction the entire time. Yeah. I think platforms would have helped a ton with this, where if I just like sat on one for a bit, and his pressure is just so much less there because he just doesn't have like the grab mix up at any point he wants. Yeah. One of the strange things I've like realized is a good sign I'm playing well tends to be when I'm grabbing a lot. because it's like kind of just shows like an active like awareness of like the situation to be willing to do it. A big part of zero suit autopilot is that like you don't grab unless you're sure. But actually, like to beat top players a lot of the time, grabbing is really important. But I had no read on. we got mixed up on the fist bump versus the handshake. I felt honored that he was like, I went with the fist bump, and he was like, we should handshake. So I felt honored that like he thought that was a handshake worthy set. That's. But versus Miya, I was like a strange case where actually it was one of the few times where like grabbing too much was actually my problem versus a top player, which is usually not the case. Usually they make me grab, and I felt like I just could not get one. He was never like stable enough, and I wonder if his movement gets interrupted more by zero suits that are actually playing their autopilot more and grabbing less. But I think the stage was a big part of the issue too. I think if I like given myself more time to stabilize, I probably could have figured something out. But honestly, I actually thought I'd be a little bit more critical of myself. I think I actually had a really good assessment going into the set of what cost me. I think it's like pretty obvious everything I was talking about that blew me up, very clearly blew me up in the actual footage. Because sometimes I don't always have that read correctly. But less hard to watch than I expected to be. Honestly, I'm not unhappy with how I was mentally playing that set at all. I think that was very good gameplay by me, and Miya's just showed why he won the tournament.
Yeah.